Welcome back to Chainsaw Man Reviews, where every week we take a closer look at the newest chapter of Tatsuki Fujimoto's masterpiece, Chainsaw Man. This week we're taking a closer look at Chainsaw Man Part 2, Chapter 19, or Chapter 116. Apparently, Chainsaw Man has now reached 23 million copies sold, which is insane for a series this new, and with only 13 volumes. The next thing we have is apparently a Chainsaw Man stage play is currently in production, and that is going to release in 2023, so yay, I guess? I don't know, I'm not really that big of a theater guy, but I'll check it out since it's Chainsaw Man. Alright, look, take the next thing I'm going to say with a very big grain of salt, but supposedly, we could be getting a Chainsaw Man movie. I think that this originated from a tweet by a prominent leaker, but when I tried to find their account, it was all gone and pretty much all of their tweets are gone. Possibly they got banned because they leaked something else that a studio took notice of very recently. I'm not going to say what the leak was because I don't want anything of mine to get taken down. Also, this person could have just been making up every single thing they've said until this point. Anyways, they said that we'll be getting a Chainsaw Man movie, sometime at the tail end of 2024. Mappa has also been kinda teasing this, releasing a lot of drawings of Chainsaw Man characters holding stuff that you would have at the movies, like popcorn. So I don't really know what to make of all this. I mean, the idea of a Chainsaw Man movie is almost a guarantee, especially with the recent rise in anime movies led by the Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen movie. I think that it'll be a very, very long time before it comes out though, as the leaker said. Everybody seems to think that this is going to be the Bomb Girl arc movie, which I don't really know. I'd rather this be an original story instead of an arc. This is because anime movies usually take months to release here in the US after they have in Japan, so for the anime-only fans, they could very well get spoiled early. Especially since Japan does not give a crap about spoilers, especially when it comes to anime movies. Dragon Ball movies are infamous for this. For example, in the Lord Slug DBZ movie, Goku kind of goes Super Saiyan for the first time. Akira Toriyama hadn't fully realized the idea for Goku's transformation yet, and it hadn't even made its debut in the canon manga. He mentioned the unfinished idea to Toei Animation, who decided to run with it in the Lord Slug movie. But it's kind of a neat moment in the movie that comes as a pretty cool surprise, if you don't know what's going to happen. The thing is, the Japanese fans didn't have that surprise, because in Japan, the movie is literally called Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Son Goku. I definitely could see the movie just straight up being titled Chainsaw Man vs. Bomb Girl, and in the trailer, Reze is transforming into the Bomb Girl, spoiling the surprise for anime-only fans. That's all I really have to say about that, so let's get into the chapter. It picks up where the last one left off, with Denji Mitaka still sitting inside the fish tank, with the Kobeni clone licking the glass in a psychopathic daze. Mitaka tells Denji that they could technically eat the starfish, but they need to boil it to get rid of the toxins. Luckily, Denji has it covered, using a glass lid and a small lighter to act as a boiling pot. As they wait for their meal to finish, Mitaka asks Denji why he's trying to get so much money. He replies that he has a friend/little sister living with him, which is obviously Nayuta. He says that she's smart enough to go to college, so he's saving up so that she can. He doesn't want her to go through all the stuff that he went through. So as long as he can provide her with a sense of normality, it'll all be worth it in the end. I figured Denji was trying to make money so he could raise Nayuta, but I didn't expect this. The entire time we've known Denji, he's been a little selfish, only really thinking about himself and his goals. Sure, this Nayuta thing still sounds like something he would do, but like years down the line. The fact that he came up with it so early because he doesn't want Nayuta to go through all the horrible things that he has, to live the normal life that Reze had described to him, to not be a devil hunter or even a devil is really heartwarming. I know that Denji still has a fair amount to go character-wise, but I think that this is a really cool touch that Fujimoto added. Mitaka probably feels pretty bad for insulting him, but has no time to dwell on it because the starfish are ready to eat, but they don't provide enough nutrients for her. She decides that she's hungry enough to try the fish, but she doesn't seem to like them much more. Still, food is food, so she chows down. Denji laughs, telling Mitaka that what she says is boring, but she's fun to watch, which I don't really know how much of a compliment that is, but Mitaka still takes it. She then stands up, asking Denji if he thinks that she's fun, like she's hyping herself up, and Denji can't help but feel a little bit nostalgic. He tells Mitaka that he likes her attitude, saying that she reminds him of an old friend, reminiscing about power. Then, Mitaka gets an idea. She looks over at some school hats lying on the ground, and it reminds her of her uniform sword that she made to fight Yuko. She gets an idea, but in order to pull it off, her and Denji have to collect money. Luckily, Denji is a pro, and they run around the aquarium trying to find any amount of yen that they can. And for the first time, the two are legitimately having fun. As they're running around, they smile and laugh, with this being the first time we've seen Denji happy, at all in part 2. It's a really refreshing sight to see the two bonding, so now that they can finally have the relationship that Fujimoto's been building up to. It also makes me a little worried, but I'll save that for the end of the video. Mitaka asks Denji to give it all to her, and at first he's reluctant. She says that she'll grant him any one request, and he slips right back into simp mode, giving her all of the money. She tells him to go into the corner, turn around, and cover his ears, which he does saying, "Yes ma'am." Once he's gone, Mitaka activates her plan. She says, "I paid the 1,000,000 yen in this bag to buy this aquarium." Then she places her hand on the glass saying, "Aquarium Sphere." And that's the last page of the chapter. This was a really good chapter, and probably the best out of the bunch that we've gotten recently. It was really fun to see Denji and Mitaka grow, and get to see just how similar the two of them are. I also felt that being around Denji made Mitaka feel a little bit more confident in her abilities, and she probably wouldn't have tried this plan out otherwise. There's just one more thing that I want to briefly touch on before we go, and that's the Denji side character thing. It's standard practice for every volume of manga to have a small character sheet giving a description of the characters appearing in the volume with a headshot. Chainsaw Man has had these since the beginning, always having Denji in the top spot since he's the protagonist. That has now changed, and he's listed as a side character with Mitaka and Yoru taking the top spot. This has left some to speculate that Fujimoto is going to do what he always does to side characters, and by that I mean killing them. But in this case, to Denji. I can't really say on whether or not this is going to happen because we have no info on this or anything to speculate on, so I won't start jumping into conclusions or anything. Plus, I'm not really even 100% sure if Fujimoto actually makes these. It could just be an internet shueisha who fills it in, though feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. That's all for now, I'll see you guys next week, have a good one.